but you're going to be able to pay off that debt a lot faster in the short and long run.
So speaking of profitability, what are the major financial metrics that dentists should be looking at when they're looking at a practice?
Great question, Nick. So first and most telling number is just simply collections. Okay. Good rule of thumb for me is 800,000 plus in collections. Generally, and I prefer $1 million, but I'll take 800,000 or more. It tells me a little bit about the neighborhood, the reputation of the practice, the staff and how well trained they are, number of active patients, things like that. So the collections number itself tells me quite a bit about the practice itself. Okay. Next number that I'm going to look at is tricky for dentists to get on their own. So go talk to a specialist like Nick, Remy, or myself to find out the actual profitability of the practice. Okay. Actual average profitability in the US for all dental practices nationwide, all specialties, is 38.3%, or put differently, the average overhead is 61.7%. So you want the profitability of your practice to be around that number. In other words, if a practice collects $1, you want, as the owner, you want to take home about 40 cents on the dollar, give or take. Okay. So that's the next product. And since that one's hard to get without some actual help, I tell dentists, use as a proxy then staff costs, lab fees, and dental supplies as a percentage of collections. Okay. And that they usually can figure out. Staff costs are wages, payroll taxes, any benefits like 401k, things like that. Not the doctor's salary. Doctor's salary gets kept separately, but hygienists, front desk, assistants, their salary plus payroll taxes, I want that to be no more than 32% of collections. Okay. If it's 33, no problem. 35, and I start wondering, how well the practice is managed. 40% and above, I think to myself, oh my gosh, a buyer's going to have to fire someone or drastically cut salaries, which never works. And then lab fees and dental supplies. Again, I'm using GP practices here as a proxy. So you specialists out there, you're going to be a little bit different on some of the numbers here. But GP practice, 5 to 7% is kind of world-class and ideal. I'll take 8% in either of those categories. 8% for lab fees as a percentage of collections and 8% for dental supplies as a percentage of collections. 10 and above in one or more of those categories, and somebody's got the credit card, an assistant's got the credit card, and the Shine rep is really happy to go visit that practice. So
sure.
Those are a couple proxy numbers. Does that help?